Hello everybody and welcome back to Cook with Zunsar. Today's recipe is dry fruit cake. It's a Christmas edition fruit cake. So let's go and make this recipe. To make this dry fruit cake, we're gonna need 3 eggs. So we have to separate in 2 different bowls the yolks from the whites. So in one bowl we're gonna keep the egg whites and in another bowl we're gonna put the egg yolks. Now that I finished separate, I'm gonna take the bowl, the one got the egg yolks, and we're gonna add sugar. So we're gonna add around half cup of sugar, and then we're gonna add 1.5 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. And also we're gonna add 125 grams of butter. So now we're gonna need around 1/4 cup of sugar. So we have to put this sugar in a small pan and let the sugar melt until it gets caramelized. In the medium flame, we must just caramelize the sugar until it gets golden brown, and once it's golden brown we're gonna add water. We're gonna add around 1/4 cup of water, and slowly we're gonna mix it until the sugar dissolves properly. Be careful when you're doing this procedure because you can burn also yourself. So everything is melt, so the sugar is done. Now with the electric mixer, we must beat the egg whites. We must beat them very nicely until it gets fluffy, stiff, and pecan form. As you can see, our egg whites are done, are just very stiff. So we off the mixer, and you can see it doesn't come out from the bowl. So now we're gonna beat the egg yolks mixture. So you must beat all this very nicely until incorporated. Once all very nicely incorporated, we're gonna add the sugar syrup slowly and mix it very nicely. And don't worry, the batter gonna be thick, but when we put the egg whites, it's gonna be more loose. So we just beat until very nicely incorporated. So now our batter is all very nicely incorporated. So we're gonna off the mixer and we're gonna add baking powder. We must add around 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then with a spatula we must mix all this nicely until very nicely incorporated. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Sarah and welcome to Cook with Zunsar. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Now we're gonna add the egg whites in the batter, and we're gonna incorporate this very nicely. You must incorporate this egg whites carefully. Don't worry, I made it fast mode so you don't get bored watching this video, but you must incorporate slowly, like fold in very slowly. Let me know in the comment section if you like fruit cake. This cake is so amazing, especially with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. It's really nice to enjoy this. Now our batter is all nicely incorporated, so we're gonna add 150 grams of raisins, and then we're gonna incorporate this very nicely. On this 150 grams, I just left a little bit to put on top to decorate on top before going to the oven. Now we must cut some candied cherries. We must cut up like smaller pieces and incorporate also this very nicely. You can add also almonds, you can add walnuts, you can add any other dry fruit you like. So we must mix all this very nicely until incorporated. I just wanted raisins and candied cherries. Now we must grease our pan and incorporate this with flour. All must be nicely floured. And the excess of the flour must just take it out. Now we can add our cake batter. The batter gonna be a little thicker, but that is how our dry fruit cake is. You're gonna really enjoy this. And when it goes into the oven and when it's coming out, you will feel the smell in your whole house. Now I'm going to decorate this with some raisins, dry fruits, candied cherries, if you want almonds or any nuts of your desire. I'm adding this candied cherries. When it comes out of the oven, it's gonna look so beautiful with these cherries on top. So now, once it's all very nicely decorated, it's time to put into the oven for 180 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes to 1 hour. When the cake is done, you just take a toothpick and check if everything is done. Now our cake is done. I took out from the oven, I let it get cooled, and then I'm gonna unmold the cake. So our cake is done, it's unmolded, so delicious, and hope you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.